changing fx to y. Let me rewrite it. It will be y equals 6x minus 9. And then I swap x and y. Y become x, and then equals 6. X become y minus 9. I don't change any number. Next, I need to solve y. That means I leave the y alone. Every time I start set math, I start by removing the number without any letter first. So let me draw a line. That means two sides. So I plus 9 on both sides. You can see negative 9, positive 9 get canceled out. I have x plus 9 equals 6y. And then, remember, we are solving for y. So we need to remove everything in front of y, which is positive 6. We do that by dividing 6. So that 6 and 6 got canceled out. I can see my y equal x plus 9 over 6. That's the answer. So if you're running out of time on the test, what you can do is you look at the answer choices. If that answer choices has both number in the question and the sign in your answer choices are opposite in the question, like multiplication become division, negative become positive, then this will be your inverse equation, the answer of your inverse equation. Inverse means everything's opposite, except for the number. Question 2. We do the same thing. So these are my steps. Fx become y. Let me change fx to y. Y equal negative 3 plus 1 over 8x. And then swap x and y. X equal negative 3 plus 1 over 8y. Now solve for y. Solve for y means we need to remove everything in around y. First, always remove the number without any letter first, which is negative 3. I do that by subtraction and addition. So I have minus 3. How to remove it is to add 3 on both sides. So minus 3 plus 3 get canceled out. On the left side, do not combine x and the positive 3. You just write them down. Just copy them down. X plus 3 equal 1 over 8y. All right, now I need to remove everything in front of y. How can I remove the 1 over 8? So we need to make it equal 1. So what number should I multiply 1 over 8 to get a 1, which is positive 8 over 1, or just 8. 8 over 1 and 8, they're the same thing. So I multiply 8 on both sides. However, every time you multiply a number to 2 terms, please put a parentheses. Okay, now we can see 1 over 8 and 8 get canceled out. On the right side, it just leaves me y. And on the left side, I need to do another step, which is called distribution. Every time I see a number in parentheses, I can think the number outside of the parentheses is the mom. Mom is giving food to both x and 3. So 8 times x become 8x. 8 times 3 become 24 equal y. This is my answer. 8x plus 24. Okay, question 3. Question 3, this time we have a long fraction. Again, every time you see a long fraction, after swap x and y, you multiply both sides by the bottom. Okay, so let's first change f of x to y. Y equal negative 4x plus 7 over 5. Then swap x and y. X equal negative 4y plus 7 over 5. Again, do not change anything else. Just change the y to x, x to y. Don't change anything else. Now, next step. After swap x and y, I multiply the bottom on both sides. The bottom is 5. Multiply 5 on both sides. All right, on the right side, you can see 5 and 5 cancel out. 5x equal negative 4y plus 7. Now it'll be easy to do set map. So first, always remove the number without any letter next to it, which is positive 7. We do that by subtract 7 on both sides. So positive 7 minus 7 equals 0. We can cancel out. On the left side, again, do not combine them. They're not like term. You just add up 5x minus 7. Or you just copy down. Equal negative 4y. Okay, now I need to leave my y alone. What number should I divide on both sides? It should be everything in front of the y, which is negative 4. Okay, so y is alone now. My answer is 5x minus 7 over negative 4. Or you can rewrite it as 5x minus 7 over 4. But the negative sign could be taken to the front. Both are correct answers. Both are correct answers. All right. Question 4. Because we know inverse function means x and y swap. So to find the inverse, it will just be y comma x. You do not change any sign. No sign change. You just swap x and y. So to determine if a graph is a function, we pass the vertical line test. To determine if a graph is one-to-one function, we pass the horizontal line test. Here is something we need to tell you. If the graph passes the one-to-one or the horizontal line test, that means inverse is function. Okay, let's see if it passes one-to-one test. First, let's look at the first graph. Is the graph a function? Yes, because it passes the vertical line test. Is it a one-to-one? Let's see. One-to-one function, I could put a horizontal line. How many points it touches the horizontal line? 2 points. So it is not one-to-one. Not one-to-one means inverse, not a function. Okay, now the next graph. The next graph, I need to make it fancier because right now you probably cannot see. Actually, there's only one point touches the graph. So to make it fancier, it's more like 1 point touches the x-axis. It's more like this. But on decimals, it doesn't show us like how many points it passed through the horizontal line. Okay, now let's draw a vertical line. Does it pass the vertical line test? Yes, so it is a function. Now let's see if it's a horizontal, if it's a one-to-one function. So we draw horizontal line. Yes, also 1 point touches, only 1 point touches. Then I'll say, yes, 1-to-1. And inverse is a function.